How's it going, everyone? Tim here, TD Adventures. Hope everyone's all well there. As always, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. So, nothing super crazy today. We're just going to mess with, go over a couple RTRs here. I know there have been some comments about like finding some trail trucks or, favorites and stuff like that. Well, my favorite here is the Vanquish Vs410. And that can go across all the platforms, whether it be, if we talk from the kits, from the Pro and Ultra to the Phoenix kits and stuff like that. But RTR wise, like the Vs410 Phoenixes, whether it is the Portal edition here or it is the RTR straight axle version. Both of them have been super fun. I enjoy both the platforms a lot, and they have the Vanquish quality, so they're nice, reliable, and stuff like that. Tons of aftermarket support or upgrades from either Vanquish or others also supporting the Vs410, the Phoenix platform and stuff quite a bit. So tons of stuff out there. You just want to start with an RTR and then just work your way up. We need an option with these platforms and stuff like this. So figure it'd be good. Just kind of go over both of them real quick and then take them out for a quick spin and have a little fun. So here, I'm super excited for this one. This is the Vs410 Portal RTR, the Falken edition. And as soon as Vanquish released this truck a few months back, I was like, man, I really like it. I like the Falken livery and everything else, and it is the Portal RTR. So I was like, that's pretty sweet. So I thought about it for back and forth for quite some time. They sold out pretty quickly, but they've kind of came back into stock. So I was actually going to order one from my local hobby store, and then Vanquish recently announced another round of trucks of fortune. And this was one of the trucks that you could potentially get in there. So I was like, you know what? It's a $70 difference between buying this at my hobby store versus buying the Trucks of Fortune kit. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the gamble. Put my order in, and then my beautiful Truck of Fortune box showed up, and opened it up and was ecstatic, because it was in fact the Falken RTR, which is the exact truck I wanted, even though there were Ultras in there and Pros. Like, this is a truck I really wanted, because I know I was going to get the use out of this. Sometimes when I had my Pro and Ultra, I just didn't find myself driving them a whole lot, even though they were super fun and everything. They became more of shelf queens. But this one, I was like, even if I don't want to scratch the body, I have an extra RTR body that I can toss on it and go have some fun and stuff like that. So needless to say, I was super excited that I had that truck. And then also there were goodies in there. I did get the brass portal covers, both for the front and the rear. They're not actually making their way on here. They're going to another build. And then mine also did have a wheel set in there. And I was lucky enough to grab a set of the special green Method 105s, which look really good. The green is just an off shade to kind of conflict with the color scheme here. So they're going to find their way on another build. So I pulled out an extra set of my Vanquish 105s in blue with the gold rings and hardware there. And I was like, you know what, that fits pretty good. So that was the wheel and tire combo on here. I'm using the Falken Wall Peak tires because they're really nice. And this one here, I do have Three Brothers anti-foams in it. So then it was time to, go ahead and make it mine. And the RTRs do come with their own radio and everything like this. And I actually do enjoy the Vanquish RTR radio. One, it's programmable, so you can add different models and stuff to it, so which makes it really nice. And it is 4-channel, and it does have stuff like in-point settings and stuff like that, which is pretty nice and pretty important. So definitely enjoy that. And it is nice, small, it's comfortable in your hand, and you can actually one-hand wheel this thing, stuff like that. So in here, swapped out that stock steering servo for a Three Brothers RC G13 Pro servo, which is just my servo of choice in everything. Not even just my comp rigs. That servo goes in everything I have now, just because it's such a good, strong, reliable, and fast servo. And then for motor and ESC, we swapped out the stock brush system, and we put in there the Hobbywing Fusion 2300 kV Pro, which is now a shorter can than the original Hobbywing Fusions, so it does fit into the VFD without modification, as well as the Fusion SE. It also is a shorter can. One's aluminum, one's steel case, so take your pick on that. The SE is about half the price, and it works really good. So, but we went ahead and went with the Fusion Pro. In the Portal here, again, the new ones, they do fit without modifications, because before you either had to do some modifications to the motor itself, pull like a plate off, or do some trimming and a little bit of shaving in the VFD to get them to fit. But the new ones, you don't have to worry about it. They fit right in, not a problem at all. And then I was lucky enough to have a friend help me out here, and we also swapped out some Portal housings. We have in here, this is the Dark Earth F10 Portal housings. Super nice color there. I was sitting there, I was like, you know what, for my RTRs, some of that, like we can go a little overboard. It's fun. It's my truck. So we got those installed there. Didn't get the rest of the goodies or anything like that. I just wanted mostly the axle housings because I haven't had a single issue with anything else as far as the F10 axles go. And they look good. So they're going to get used. They're going to see some scratches. Some people are probably going to be like, oh no, but it's okay. We have the parts. We run the parts we get. At that point, this thing's ready to rock and roll. The last thing that I have ordered for it is the Incision Light Kit for the Phoenix. That has the headlights, tail lights, and it does have the 2 new LEDs here for the rock lights that come in the pre-molded inner fenders. Definitely happy with this one. Like I said, this thing just looks good all around. One, I just like the Phoenix body because it's Land Cruiser-esque, which is one of my favorite body styles and everything else like that. And I said, if I don't feel like scratching this body, I have a regular RTR body that just sits there. So I can always just put that on if I really want to and, kind of save this body. But we're going to put some scratches on it. I mean, I have 2 or 3, 4 Phoenixes that I have or have built and put together and stuff like that. It is definitely one of my favorite RTR trucks or simple kit trucks for trail and stuff like that, and lots of options. Like I said, this is a Vs410 Phoenix. This here is a Vs410 Phoenix. I mean, everything from the trans skid, the twin VFD, the whole 9. There are tons of options and stuff out there for the Vs410 platform, more specifically the Phoenix platform now. Lots of different chassis out there that are taken right into it for chassis swaps and stuff like that, whether you want to just a nice looking trail chassis or want to get more performance out of it. And if you're looking at it, but portals quite aren't your thing, because like I mentioned, they also have straight axle version of this truck. They have the straight axle Phoenix RTR as well as the straight axle Ford Ice. Now there are a little bit of differences between the two. Mostly the Phoenix has the twin VFD. The Ford Ice does not have the twin VFD. It has the standard VFD and a few other parts and little gear changes and stuff like that here and there. And obviously different bodies. Kit version of the straight axle, stuff like that. Picked this one up a few months back just because I was like, man, I just need a basic RTR, something to have a little fun with, real nice, and just take it out and have some fun with it, or do night runs and stuff like that. And at the time, I didn't have any just regular plain Jane RTRs. Everything was a performance-built comp truck or something like that. So we needed something. So we picked up the RTR and immediately, again, kind of went to work. Basically the same thing. Went after the electronics, G13 servo there. This one is running the Hobbywing SE 1800 kV Fusion. And again, it fit in there real nice with no modifications or anything like that. Shocks on both of them are stock and everything like that. This had the red half cab RTR body. I swapped that off and just put my original Vs410 Phoenix body on here just because I put a lot of time into this paint and everything else like that. So I really like the way this body came out, and it already had the Incision Light Kit in it, so I didn't have to unscrew all those and pull out the buckets and swap them over. All that was already done, ready to rock and roll. Then wheels and tires, again, another setup method. 105s, these were the gold ones. And then the honeycomb beadlock ring here is actually from 1/10 RC. I just thought it was a really cool looking beadlock ring. So it protects the wheel face very, very well. So that was definitely a bonus there. And then underneath, while I was at Crawlerpalooza, Crawler Canyon was there, and they had all kinds of goodies. And it was a rough day at Class 2 that first day at Crawlerpalooza, so I was back at camp. We were all just hanging out, eating some pizza, having a good time. I was talking with the Crawler Canyon guys, and they had some very nice stuff sitting on the shelf. So I picked up the HD44 axles for Vanquish for their Phoenix straight axles here, or for the F10 straight axles, and they are awesome. They look great. I haven't even actually put a scratch on these yet. It has not been out since I've put these axles on, and I went with the clear on this one just because they had both the black and the clear, but the clear just, something about the clear looked really, really good. So we picked up the clear, and then so got those in there, and they just look great. So they're not the Rock Jocks because that's different now. So these are the HD44 axles, and again, both of them, notice we're rocking the Wild Peak tires, which is an incredibly good tire for an RTR truck. They are very sticky. They have very good grip, especially as far as like RTR tires go. I would put this honestly at the top. I'd always previously mentioned many times when it comes to RTR tires, like the TRX4 tires, the Canyon Trail tires that they come with, those tires are just amazing. These RTR tires win. They're very soft, so I guess if you are in a high grip, high traction area, they probably will wear out faster. But overall, especially here, we have everything from extreme heat to extreme cold. They do great, and I've actually ran these tires for quite a while on a couple other trucks. I had them first, so nothing crazy. Video today, just going over a couple of my favorite kind of RTRs. You know, obviously I've built several of the Phoenixes, so it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite RTR that I just like enjoying taking out, and at least having in the collection, because they're nice. I can always just grab it, take it out, have some fun. I don't generally have to worry about anything. They're ready to rock and roll and get out and put a smile on my face. And sometimes that's all I need. Just go out, do some crawling and relaxing. So a little breakdown on both the straight axle or the portal version. So any questions, comments, anything like that, as always, put them down below. Do my best to get everything answered. If you did enjoy the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I hope you enjoyed this one. So, and also immediately following this one, see episode 2. We'll take them out and have some crawling, both the straight axle and the portal axle. So, till next time, everyone, have a great one. Crawl on.